And welcome back to Crypto Hulk Show. Got a great show lined up. Definitely do. Open banking. I was reading this to you about 4 months ago, this and that, and said, just wait, coming soon to a theater near you. And look what happened. Open banking came to America. I'm going to tell you what the trend is. It's not that hard to figure out when I say that I believe crypto or something massive is going to happen at the latest by May of 2025. It's not because I got a crystal ball or nothing or have secret information. It's not at all. It's just stuff that you see. It's the trends that you make your friends. So what I do is I look around the world and see what's going on in Europe and stuff. And I start seeing this open banking stuff. First, it was this banks were closing. And then it took about 3 to 6 months, came to America. Banks were closing. Then it was open banking. And here we are, 3 to 6 months later, open banking. It happens. So what all I'm doing is I'm just looking at what's going on in Europe and stuff, and then it comes here. That's all that happens. When I start seeing Europe coming up with financial conduct authority bills and stuff to have a sandbox coming soon to a theater near you, that's all that it is. I'm just looking over in Europe and saying, okay, give it 4 months or so, whatever, it'll be here. 3 to 6 months, somewhere in there. And it always ends up coming here. So you can almost predict what's going to happen. It's not that tough. And as far as laws and stuff goes, now Europe is a different beast than America. Um, Americans won't put up with certain kinds of stuff. Europeans will. Other countries like, look, hey, I'll talk all kinds of good and bad about whatever. It don't matter. America is based on now the pussification of America is happening as we speak. The pussification of the man. So you're having guys, I don't know, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to say what I really believe. And that's the downfall is the pussification of the man. So we see that all in our government. 99% of these guys have had their testicles castrated off their body. So that's why they're sellouts and shit like that all over news media, the crypto influencers, and on and on. Nobody is going to want to tell you the truth. Oh, because I'm going to lose a sponsor. I'm going to be censored. And that's the sellout. So Crypto Hulk, that's not my show. And if that means I stick around another 3 to 4 years with 34,000 followers, same amount as I had, then that's just what happens. I'm at a point where I just don't give a fuck anymore. It's done. So they've already done all the damage to my fucking channel for 4 years, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to keep doing the same thing based on GP then. Fuck it. I'm going to be the only person that has a channel like this that's set up and designed where I don't have corporate sponsors. I got you. That's just how I'm going to run my shit. I've been doing this for 4 years. I'm going to keep doing it. These people think that, oh, he'll change and we'll get him. No, you won't. And no, I won't. That's just how I am. My job is to teach people what they need to know, not go with the mainstream and try to, no. It's not about me trying to achieve. It's about me trying to teach. That's what my channel is based on. My name's Crypto Hulk. Definitely not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. Definitely shadow banned in every country in the world, thanks to YT. Don't buy anything I tell you to buy financially or anything like that. Just don't watch the show. My goal is to get you financially destroyed. That's what my ultimate goal is. Okay. Now that we've gone over that, Gotcha came in last night with a tequila fund and it says, I've earned it. Well, thank you very much for that there. Appreciate that. Why does it say chat disconnected? Wow. Stupid this fucking platform. Hopefully my chat button works. 5 Dennis 123. Thank you for that donation. And it says, gonna miss today's show. He has a missing in action fee. Well, that's a new one. You got a late fee, then a missing in action. Oh my God. Okay. AJ Singh is back. We got Wayne Ho. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that donation there, buddy. Let's see. Dennis and Wayne. Robert Bobby Driscoll gave a anti-pussification fund. Oh my God. I think I've heard them all, but there's always somebody comes up with a brand new one. Okay. Open banking. I'm telling you, all this is coming down. Let me show you the article with the open banking thing. Roberto Babe. Okay, open banking is coming to the US. What is it? And are banks ready? Let me tell you something. They're going to be ready for whatever the people at the top say. New rules would allow consumers to consent to their banks sharing financial transaction data with third parties. I'm still not getting why the fuck I want anybody to know my information. See, I'm trying to have my information private. Now all of a sudden with this open banking thing, they want to be able to share it with like everybody. I don't want a business to know how much money I make. I don't want them to know when my last payments were. I don't want anybody to know what kind of shit that I buy. I want that to be me. Okay? This open banking is gonna like open all this shit. I don't want that. Like, who the fuck are these people, these merchants? I don't care what these people are bad. The banking industry took its time to transition from paper bills to plastic credit cards. Now it's in the midst of a more rapid transformation going digital. Open banking allows anyone to share data. Here we go. Open banking allows anyone to share data from their financial account with third parties. I don't want that. Like merchants, financial tech companies. Why would I want people that I don't know to know my personal business? I don't want that. Oh, but you can get a better offer. I don't fucking care about a better offer. How about you take your better offer? Do I look like a person that takes better offers? No. Okay. Not that type. You don't know, for over 4 years, I'm not that type. Open banking. Here's how they're trying to sell us on this fucking dumb shit. Open banking allows anyone to share data from their financial. Hey, here's my social security number. Here's all my personal information. Let me just put it out there so everybody knows. How fucking stupid is that? Open banking allows anyone to share data from their financial accounts with third parties, like merchants, financial tech companies, or rival banks. For customers, it creates a way to easily compare bank offerings, transfer their bank account, and get an overview of their finances. If you've ever been prompted to give another app access to your bank, then you've already used open banking. Wow, this is fucking scary. It's also a way for banks and merchant partners to leverage. Oh, listen to this. It's also a way for banks and their partners to leverage stores of data. I'm sure glad they're going to have even more information now. I'm sure glad people I don't know are going to have way more information about me. Somehow I'm just not liking that. And they're going to leverage large stores of data to boost their revenues and expand their offerings. The digitization of transactions is accelerating. It means everything's going digital. It's accelerating the growth rate of the payments market. meaning banks have a major incentive to go all in on their digital offerings. Payment revenue is supposed to hit 800 billion. Okay. Eventually, this is a win-win situation for merchants, banks, and for customers, said Bruno Cabune, head of research at Paris-based. Oh God, yes, I'm sure Bruno. Bruno's the last fucking name that I want to trust. Hey, my name is Bruno, and I will break your kneecaps. The boss wants you to pay up right now. Banks are major data collectors. Oh, so that when they get hacked, then everybody gets my information. Okay, great. Fucking love it. Yeah, banks have all my information. Why not? Then we can have hacks that happen all the time, and then they can steal my shit. And then they can borrow money in my name, and then I got to spend the next 5 years trying to undo all the shit that they did. Open banking, fucking love it. Great. US banks have, oh, listen to this. US banks have 1 exabyte of stored data. That means 1 billion gigabytes. This is typically gathered from things like credit card usage, transaction records. Let me turn this off. I don't know who the hell's calling me. I'm just kind of curious. Hold on. Hello? Yeah, hi. Why the fuck you calling me at 6:40 in the morning, asshole? What do you got that's so fucking important? You got to call at 6:40 a.m. Sounds like some Indian dude. These stupid fucks. Yeah, he hung up because he know he was about to get served a shit sandwich. That's what he was gonna get. All right. With open banking, retailers can use this financial transaction data to target advertising, give customers individual offers, and tailor their initiatives in ways that are cost effective and more attractive to consumers. I'm sorry. It says, ready or not, 3/4 of banks say they are not ready for open banking. I'll tell you what, this guy is 100% ready and sure he's not going to do that shit. The changes within the banking sector are spurring banks to develop their innovations and partner with data aggregators. Okay, let's go down here. It shows here Capital One. They mentioned specifically Capital One Bank, which I have like 2 accounts with them now. Um, they launched its Dev Exchange back in 2016. Oh man, Capital One's ahead on all this open banking shit. Citibank, for example, has a #1 open banking partnerships with aggregators, including MasterCard, Amazon, Plaid, and Intuit. So now it's looking like the banks and the everybody's sharing my information. That's a problem because the more people start sharing my stuff, somebody's going to get fucking hacked and then my information gets taken. Not digging it. Oh, but Crypto Hulk, there's rules they have to follow. Yeah, who follows rules? It's definitely not our government. Now, and Visa is getting its foot in the door with its recently announced data tokens. Visa has data tokens, which allow businesses to request consent from a consumer to get real time personalized offers as they shop using AI generated insights based on transaction data. Banks will also receive a token to show where a customer's data has been shared and display it in their mobile app. Now, let's get into regulation because last October, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau listed the Personal Financial Data Rights Rule. Well, isn't that something? Which require banks and other payment firms to share transaction and account data with customers and authorized parties. The rule also requires that third parties, listen to this, establish obligations for accessing a consumers' data, including privacy protections. Oh my God, really? These companies, we got banks that get hacked all the time. Do you really want all your information going everywhere? And people are supposed to come up with a plan to protect your data. Wow, that's so fucking stupid. Wow, this is amazing. This rule, the personal financial data rights rule, listen to this one. The rule, which is expected to go into effect later this year. You see how what I'm seeing is a lot of shit is happening by the end of this year. I know that they're getting ready for something in 2025. No crystal ball needed, just crypto Hulk common sense. Gives the 8 biggest US banks, listen to this, 6 months from now to become compliant and develop a roadmap for open banking. The message for banks is bring together a working group, have your chief data officer, your chief technology officer, your head of product, and your chief marketing officer in there and say, what is it that we need to get done? I don't know what the fuck. Let me read that again. Here's the question the government wants to ask. What is it that we need to get done? Makes no fucking sense, but let me continue. I know it's early in the morning. Maybe I'm just not getting this English, but I do have a degree in English. But how are we going to get organized to do this, to make sure that we're ready and compliant and can start thinking about the exciting products we can build on top of that? So 6 months from now, everybody, it's going to be commonplace where they're going to be wanting to share your data with everybody, so everybody knows your personal business. Talks about Europe here. I'm not going to get into this. So Europe kind of got this law done last June. So a year ago, it says here, Europe had the financial data access framework. So that was a year ago. We're going to have ours fully done 6 months from now. So that shows you like whatever's happening over there happens in America. Oh, shiznit. So let's go. Let me see here. Hold on. I'm checking. Yeah, fuck it. Okay. XRP price could hit $100 if the XRP ledger captures 1% of the derivatives. Let's look at this article here. And I'm going to show you some. Michael Gilbert, thank you very much, buddy, for that donation to the channel. Eric Goldsmith. Appreciate that. Bruno is my Belgian name. Yeah, I know this petrodollar thing when the Saudis go off of it. Lakey XRP gave a late fee. Okay, that'll work for this time, buddy. Let's go. Oh, wait. No, never mind. Right here, we got the XRP price getting $100. What we got here, XRP price has the potential to reach $100 if the ledger is able to capture 1% of the global derivatives market, amounting to 10 trillion. The global derivatives market is estimated to exceed $1 quadrillion in value, driven by extensive volume trade compasses. If there have been projections of the XRP ledger capturing a portion of this volume. These projections sprang up after Ripple joined the ISDA. That's the International Swaps and Derivatives Association. So Ripple joined that. Let me explain something. Ripple just doesn't do shit for the fuck of it, okay? If you have the Ripple joining the international, that means global swaps and derivatives. There's a reason why. Because Ripple's going to get in on that, and I'm going to say they're going to get in on as much as they can, and not just 1%. That's ridiculous. I'm going to tell you what. Ripple is going to like regulate. They're talking about $100 XRP for 1%. I could see that's about right. You know why? Because I've been saying if Ripple takes all of it, which I'm pretty sure they will, you have a $10,000 XRP. And if you take $100 times 100, I think you got 10 G's. Let me do some math here. I'm not the best at math, but my phone is. So let me clear that out. $100 times 100, 10,000. Yep, that's it. I agree with this article. The global derivatives market is estimated to exceed $1 quadrillion. And they're saying if Ripple just gets 1% of that, it's at $100. There have been projections of the XRP ledger capturing a portion of the volume. These projections sprang up after Ripple joined the ISDA, a prominent trade association. The role of improved liquidity. Recall that reports from last August confirmed Ripple had joined the International Swaps Derivatives, focusing on derivatives. The San Francisco-based payment company joined financial groups such as JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Citibank, and BlackRock. The triggered speculation. Let me see here. Okay, here we come. Quincy Jones again. The boy wonder. Notable XDC developer Quincy Jones previously served that XRP price could be determined by liquidity on the XRP ledger. According to him, whatever instruments are issued on the network, market participants would need to use XRP to move them. This, he believes, some about $100 or higher. He remained that this is uncertain. Jones mentioned that this liquidity could come from insurance, issuance of bonds, debt, and other financial instruments on the XRP ledger. Some guy from Black Swan Capitalist. Okay, I don't need to read with these people. I've already figured out the math already with you guys. Look, you got $5 quadrillion of value in everything in the world. Swaps and derivative are 1 quadrillion. So if we figured XRP to hit 50 grand, and you take, let's say, $5 quadrillion and you divide it by 100 billion, you come out with a number. But if you take $5 quadrillion of stuff all around the world, from houses to race boats to money to gold, you take 5 quadrillion divided by, let's say Ripple burns up 50% of the escrow. Now you got 50 billion XRP. You come out with a number of around 50 grand or something like that value for the XRP ledger. That's where we're just doing a basic math on a napkin, just assuming Ripple will take 100% of all the traffic that's flowing on out there. It'll all go on the internet. I mean, it'll all go on the ledger. And then, I mean, other ledgers will be used for different things. I mean, the R3 Corda ledger is great for stocks, bonds, foreign exchange, and these kinds of things. So they're all going to work together. I don't know exact numbers here on what XRP will be worth. Really, if once it hits $1,000 or something, I'm cool after that. I mean, if it goes to 5, 10, 20, 30, I mean, that's, I don't know the exact numbers on how this goes. I'm just some guy. So I'll leave this article at that. Um, I don't think it's out of the ordinary at all. I really see when the use case hits and we have global regulations. Now, one thing I want to show you, Ripple's already, let me do a copy paste. Um, Starting from like 10 years ago or 11 years ago, they've already tested Ripple with all this stuff. Let me, hold on. Here is, I made a video, show you again, in case I didn't send it right. All right, here's a video I made. It's a 4-minute video. Highly suggest you watch it, brand new people. This video is important. Go to the 3-minute 47 seconds. 3-minute 47 seconds. I'm showing you stuff which is not on any other channel. You've got something called Ripple, and then I won't say Singapore. It was a crypto exchange that was already done 10, 11 years ago. It was just weird how Ripple comes out in 2013, and then they got this exchange overseas dealing with the Red Dragon country. I'm telling you what, they're in cahoots. They're working together with the Red Dragon country. The USA and the Red Dragon country are working together. That's my belief. They make it look like they're fighting and shit like that, but no. What are we seeing here? They're talking about commodities, securities, fiat currencies, and more. You had a crypto exchange 11 years ago that had the ability to move commodities, securities, and all that. That's a Ripple liquidity hub where you're moving everything. Okay? The stuff was already done. And I'm showing you here an article. They're talking about if Ripple's 1% of the derivatives, and all this stuff's already done. I'm not going to go through this 4-minute video. I've done it many times before. Watch it when this show is over. Now, the next one, you're going to love this next one. It's a little bit of, it's an older article, but I want to show you on how many frenemies. Yeah, that's what it is. If I wouldn't have found the information I have, I still think that like Red Dragon country and America are enemies. No, we're working together. I think the people at the top allow us to fight and kick and punch like a brother and a sister, or a brother and the brother in the back seat of a car and dad's driving or something. They're punching each other, or they look at dad to make sure he's not looking. Then one brother kicks the other one on the foot or whatever while dad's driving, so he can't see. There's a certain amount of punching and kicking going on, but then the parents start rattling the cage and saying, "Hey, you guys got to cut that down out there." That's what I see going on with Russia and Red Dragon country and these kinds of things. Now, I just sent you a link. This thing's very interesting. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because it can. We could spend an hour looking at this. What it is we have a list. Now, this says it's from Forbes.com. I don't know if it's actually from Forbes.com or not. That's what it's showing. But anyhow, what it's showing is corporations worldwide are quietly using crypto. And I'm going to show you here just a little bit. Now, I'm not going to get into reading all this stuff. I can easily spend an hour on this article just alone. if you want to see, and this is what you'll have to do on your own, if you want to see how deep businesses from around the world, like Alliance from Germany, we got Seattle, Belgium, Red Dragon Country, Spain, BBVA from Spain is using Hyperledger Fabric, which is stellar. They're using Corda, which is XDC, and a public Ethereum. I mean, the list goes on. We could show all these different businesses. This is a cool, very, very cool um, uh, information list right here that I wanted to share with you. I mean, we're literally seeing businesses from all around the world and which cryptos are being used. Now, I don't have a date on this to show when this actually was. Somebody sent this to me, but I wanted to share it with you. And you're going to find a lot of great information in this. Let me see. Yeah, Walmart. Now, here's one thing. I don't know how accurate this is because they mentioned Walmart, and I know for damn certain VeChain, Walmart. Now, VeChain in Red Dragon Country uses. So maybe this thing is right, but I know that Walmart in Chai, and I'm not going to say nah, uses VeChain. And so does BMW. So I'm not seeing this here in the Walmart. So I should see a VeChain there, but maybe it's just over in that part of the world the Walmart uses it. If we were to see, what if these are in alphabetical order? Okay, they are. It looks like BNP. So it's not showing BMW. I was going to say, if BMW, I know they're using VeChain. So if they showed BMW and they're not showing VeChain, then that's wrong. But anyhow, you know what? For the most part, I'm going with this article that was made. It gives a lot of information. I'm not going to go over it. Okay, Citigroup, they might have officially said they're using Ethereum. And I know they're using a Settle and these others. R3 for Citibank. I know that Settle, Ripple. You know, these are all connected with Ripple. And you got Barclays there. It's a Ripple partner that Citibank joined with. So it's kind of like, what's my take on all this? Look, it's no different than what we already know. You got the top three cryptos: Stellar, which is XLM, um, XRP, and you got the R3 with the XDC. Like, those are your top three. So they're going to use some other cryptos to assist with those, but those are your top three, and that's going to be. Now they're going to show Ethereum. Everybody used Ethereum from day one. Now Ripple had to make this Ethereum sidechain stuff to make Ethereum work. So Ethereum's like some division of the U.S. government, some form of fashion. It's also in the Red Dragon Country. It's like because Vitalik went over to the Red Dragon Country and worked on a particular uh, money, like investment type group business. So you got Ethereum mixed in with the Red Dragon Country and the USA. It's a project or something. I know that it is. That's why nothing ever happened to Vitalik, and he's going over to the Red Dragon Country and assisting them. And never gets in trouble. Like, so we all know this is all part of the government. So I'm going to exit out of this article, and I just wanted to share with you really quick. It's fascinating to see all these connections, but I've gone over most all of this on my show. But if you're a new person, this will be fascinating. If you're a new person, or you can show this, you know what I think this article is excellent for, is showing somebody who's skeptical about cryptocurrency. They don't believe it, and I think criminals use. Hey, Nancy Pelosi, Elizabeth Warren, I want you to look at this. You know what is so sad is you got people in a particular party, let's say the Democratic Party, and they're taught, and let's name names: Maxine Waters, Elizabeth Warren, these kinds of fools, Sherrod Brown, and these other communist Democrats. And I show you this list here of global companies all using cryptocurrency. I thought that was for criminals. Remember? And then Warren, and I won't say Buffett, is saying, "Oh, Bitcoin and crypto is for like is rat poison." All this stuff's foolishness. One of the reasons my show takes such a hit. Look at all these companies here. We could name. You got Alliance, Amazon, Anheuser Busch, Ant Financial. You got BBVA, Bitfury, BNP Paribas. We know they're Ripple partners. That's not even listed on here. I don't know how accurate this thing is, this list. I mean, it's somewhat accurate. They're not listing them all. But somebody who, if you know a person who doesn't believe in any of this crypto stuff, this is a perfect article to show them. Let's say they're a person who's in business, and let's look at Bumblebee Foods. The only thing I know about Bumblebee is they make canned tuna, but I know they make a lot of stuff. Um, but that's out of San Diego, and they're talking about how they use blockchain and supply chain for pole and line fishermen. And look, it's all legitimate. I don't know where Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, Elizabeth Warren, Sherrod Brown, and these other communist Democrats, I don't know where they get off saying that crypto's, we shouldn't have crypto. We just need to have like a CBDC. Like these are businesses right here. I'm reading it, unless I'm completely imagining all this shit in front of me. But I'm seeing the names of global banks and international businesses utilizing cryptocurrencies, and it's explaining in what manner of fashion they're using them. So we are at the beginning, and these are just a handful of international businesses. They're just showing you in this article here the biggest companies of the world, not all of the companies, but they're just showing you like a handful. There's maybe 50 of them here of international businesses. Like these are big businesses. Coinbase and on, Cargill out of Minnesota. The agricultural giant that popularized high fructose corn syrup. Oh, wonderful. But it's showing how they're using Hyperledger Grid, and Sawtooth. You know, for the skeptical person, they can look at this and say, oh, I mean, if they have sense in their head, they'll know that Nancy Pelosi and these people are clowns, because we're looking at real businesses and how they're utilizing cryptocurrencies. This is like not hype. This is just showing you what businesses are using crypto and what are they using it for. I mean, it's not, there's no hype here. There's nothing with drug dealers. I don't know what these people are talking about. Money laundering. No, crypto. I mean, cash, for God's sakes. Cash can be used for anything. Oh, so now we're going to get rid of cash because people buy drugs with cash. People sell televisions to buy drugs. Well, I guess we got to sell our television. You see how foolish this is? So the Democratic Party's got a lot of explaining to do on why they're so close-minded on cryptocurrency, because I don't see the Republicans doing this. I really don't. So there's that article. Let me check some comments here, because I've been kind of going on a rant for a while. Let me check some comments and see where we're at. Jersey, Eric Goldsmith, frenemies. Okay. Let's go to the next article here. Bank of America and how this is relating to cryptocurrencies. Right here. Now, You got Payments, Pymnts. It's a website I regularly use. Bank of America, it shows collaboration and innovation will drive the future of payments. Payments modernization. So you have Bank of America being interviewed by somebody that works at payments. And let me cherry pick this because I'm not gonna it's a pretty short article, but I'm not gonna read the whole thing. But let me pick out some stuff. Payment modernization, depending on the financial services company, will be synonymous with upgrades. So now we know. Look, I read you the Ripple article the other day, and we read about Swift and all that. The payments platform in the world is changing. Actually, I read you the BIS, Bank for International Settlements, and they talked about how they're switching the whole payments platform to a crypto platform. That part's real. You could be somebody who doesn't believe in cryptocurrency, that's fine. They're showing you what they're going to do. When I read off the BIS report, they're showing you that the whole payments world is transforming into a crypto based platform. You don't have to believe in it, but you'll see it happen one day and you'll be like, oh shit, what the hell is this? And I'll be like, well, that's the shit we've been talking about for 4.5 years on Crypto Hulk, dude. Get with the program. Bank of America told Payments for What's Next in Payments series. Modernizing payment infrastructure. I'm in the second paragraph. Modernizing payment infrastructures represents a shift in how transactions are handled and processed. According to Milnarski, modernization is not just upgrading infrastructure, it's much more than that, including new transaction types, new information data like ISO 20022, essentially enabling new business models. You know, you got these people that don't, believe in this stuff, and that's fine. I'm not here to have people buy a used car they don't want to buy. What I'm here is showing you what is happening each day. My job is deliver to you news and show you how the payments world, the banking world, the financial world is already using blockchain and they're implementing it more and more. And when it's fully implemented, that's when we're rich, okay? So I'm reading to you about how it's transformed. It has not transformed yet. You don't get rich until the transformation happens. That's how the stuff works. Just because you bought crypto yesterday does not mean today you're going to be rich just because you bought it, okay? There's a process going on, and they use the words like innovation, collaboration. It's changing. These payment platforms we've had for the past 50 years, they're changing. That's what B of A is talking about in this article here. Increasing adoption of alternative payment methods. They start talking about Zelle. Now, I'm not going to show you now, but in the International Ripple Business Association, they linked up Blue Zelle in Canada. This was like 11 years ago. So it was a version of Zelle, but a Canadian version. All right. Now, down in here, they talk, let's say, the next section that says the real time future. Go down to the last paragraph under that section, and it says here Bank of America Brazil Auto Invest product, for examples, automates cash management processes to improve efficiency. Next section is titled Role of Digital Assets and AI. While digital assets generate buzz, they are not yet a client-driven initiative for B of A. That's there's a lot of buzz around digital assets, meaning crypto. Notice how they're not wanting to use the word crypto at all here. That's how you know they're hiding this stuff. There's a lot of buzz around crypto. I'm going to change whenever I see digital assets. I'm just going to use the word crypto. There's a lot of buzz around crypto, Molnarski said, but our clients are actually not asking for another new way to accept payments. So this is not a client-driven initiative for us. Now they start talking about Brazil, and what I wanted to show you, I showed in my little short video here. Let me do a copy and a paste. Eric Wood, thank you very much for that donation. Sorry, not much. Oh, it's totally appreciated. But you are appreciated for your info you shared. Thank you. Remember the 300. It's not about one person, it's about 300. So if we look here at this article that I just shared with you, Bank of America executive lifts the lid on a Ripple partnership. This is 4 years ago, okay? Bank of America's head of global banking has heaped praise on cryptocurrency project Ripple and its ability to integrate with traditional banking service. Imagine everybody, I think we're closer than we really think we are, okay? I'm reading an article to you from 4 years ago about how B of A has partnered with Ripple and Swift. Speaking on a podcast, B of A's Julie Harris discussed emerging payment options for businesses and how it can improve efficacy. Here's the quote. Here's the quote where B of A, in that article we were just reading, they're talking about payments and how the world's changing and these new technologies. Now let's see 4 years ago what B of A said in an interview. It's not about our platform and our capabilities. It's about you as a client and the infrastructure you have and the ability for us to integrate. Whether that's with platforms and capabilities that we built or partnerships that we have with the likes of Ripple or Swift. So they're kind of just telling us right here, these are fintechs that we are partnering with. They've come through all of our rigor of legal and compliance, and we're able to leverage our banking as a platform to deliver that to you. So that is speculation around Ripple's ambiguous partnership with the Bank of America has been mounting over the years, with Ripple revealing in October that they've been working with the bank since 2016. Thus far, no details of the partnership have been announced by either Ripple or Bank of America. And at the time of this, XRP was at a strong 20 cents. So there's that article. Now, lastly, here's an article from 2014. B of A is talking about Brazil. And I'm going to show you why, because that's where Ripple started off at. Let me show you this. That's why Buffett owns so much of B of A. He knows. He tries playing like he's smart or something, but he just knows people. Latin America's latest Ripple Gateway launches in Brazil. Now look at this. This article is from 2014. Now they're talking here. RipX is the latest one. Is a gateway. See, what Ripple has are called gateways, and that's how you get onto the XRP ledger and then off the XRP ledger are through gateways. And Ripple was opening them up starting about 11 years ago. The second one, okay, where do they open all these gateways up? The first one I've shown you, no other channel has shown you, but it was Fidor Bank, that's Fidor, Fidor Bank in Germany. That was like Ripple's first customer. Then after that, Ripple goes into South America, amazingly, in Brazil, and opens up a gateway. It was called Ripple Latam. Okay, it's short for Ripple Latin America. And that was a gateway. Now, this article here is specifically talking about RipX, RIPPEX, aims to boost cryptocurrencies in Brazil with the launch of the country's second Ripple gateway. So, Brazil, Ripple was in Brazil like 10, 11 years ago. Okay. And they were doing these things not even in America. If we scroll down in this article, a new Ripple gateway launched in Brazil today, the country's second so far. The company, which is called RipX, will service Brazilian residents, giving them a fast and affordable way to buy digital currency in the country. The co-founder's name is Rafael Olayo. Okay. Now they did an article here. I'm going to show you what this guy looks like. He's no longer on the internet. Even on the Ripple page, they scrubbed it, but I still got it. I got the article. RipX will improve the connection of Brazil and the cryptocurrency environment. Let's see. Let me scroll down to the important part. Okay, go down to where the title is Leading the Latin American Market. Okay. RipX is the second Ripple gateway to enter the Brazilian market, following, listen to this one, Ripple Latam. Okay. I don't have the Ripple page from back in the day right here. You can go back, and I think on my community page, you'll find it from about a week ago. But Ripple used a company called AstroPay and launched Ripple Latin America, this on-ramp gateway. And here's the countries that were hooked up: Argentina, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Mexico, Peru, and Uruguay. Everybody, this was like 2014. Ripple has been down there like from the beginning, even before they came to America to do stuff. This is pretty interesting. I've never heard this on any other channel. Now, RipX, I've read the article and stuff. I have the original article. I'm not going to show that because that's not the point of this program. What I'm showing is B of A has been down there in Brazil working with Ripple. B of A is trying to play it off like they don't know. All right. Let me show you this article here. Let me make sure I got it right. But one of the reasons my show really gets jammed up is because these other channels don't have the evidence that I have. And the platform YT is like, oh my God, when will this guy stop coming up with all this information? Here's a video I made. It's a 1 minute, 36 seconds. I want you to go to the 56-second mark. 56-second mark. If you look here, this article is dated 2014. This is actually from a Ripple page. It's no longer on a Ripple page. You could actually maybe type this in: meet Rafael, who just launched a Ripple gateway in Brazil. You might be able to find this article, but you won't find this guy's picture. Now, I have the full article. It's not on this particular page here. But watch this video. It's actually pretty interesting. But I'm taking you back in time 11 years. I'm sorry, 10 years. And I'm showing you the second Ripple gateway, which is RipX. And that's very interesting because Ripple was like a baby company back then. And they're already in like, well, we talked about Ripple Red Dragon and then Ripple Russia. And notice how they're already like in this Brazil right here. And It's just like, how does a company that starts this? It's just interesting how a little company on Silicon Valley just comes out, links up the Red Dragon country with Russia. I mean, how does that happen? Right? And then B of A is talking about Brazil, and I'm talking about Ripple in Brazil 11 years ago. So it's just, there's too much here that they're not saying. Now, I'm going to end the show with that, with this B of A. Like, they're all these banks are pretending they don't know. And they're all getting set up. It's funny because the way they started the Federal Reserve in the United States, they waited till like there's like a book or something called The Creature from Jekyll Island, and this guy gives an account on how it happened. But it's almost like they waited until like Christmas Day or something, and they waited until like 11 o'clock at night, and they voted on Federal Reserve stuff, and then ever since then, I mean, all this stuff. So what we have here with this Ripple thing and um, Bitcoin and Ethereum, like these are all government creations, global creations. I want to say it's not just the United States, it's the cooperation of Red Dragon country and the Siberian country and stuff. And the richest top five, I want to say, families in the world, they all made this. I know that there's one rich family that's doing all this. I don't want to mention the names. I lost the channel once. So I know that there's about five families that are very rich and powerful that we've never heard of. And they like to keep their names quiet that nobody knows. But they created all this cryptocurrency, and it's a better way of controlling the whole world when we're all using the same platform like that. It's easier to now. Swift can monitor global transactions much easier now. They told us, and then we're going to have programmable platforms, so you won't be able to do anything on a platform if they don't like you. That's how all this goes near the end. So with that, I'm going to wrap up the show, and we got 4 minutes to spare. My name's Crypto Hulk, and this show is over. Now you can't stay here, but you don't have to go home. And I'm going to put this as a wrap, and I'll see you. More than likely, I'm going to try to have a show at 6 p.m. Pacific time today, and I'll see you in that one.